Hi, everyone. How are you doing on this Wednesday night? And welcome to another episode of Food Worth Forking. I'm your host, Laura Williams. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. I hope everyone is doing well this evening, today. In New York City, do you know that it had the nerve, the audacity to be almost 50 degrees? Which was really great for us because we've had this dirty snow on the curbs and we have been waiting for the snow to melt. It's almost gone. It's almost gone. But it was a beautiful day. The sun was out. Saw some blue sky. So it was just a little glimpse of spring and hoping that spring is near. So again, welcome. Hey. Hi, Raina says, hey, how you doing? Verna, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining me this evening. So listen, again, Food Worth Forking. Food Worth Forking is all about food, dating, and lifestyle. And for the last few weeks, we have been doing a series. We've done a 4-part series. Tonight is part 4, series Dating After 40. Is it a level playing field? It's not a level playing field. Or is it a level playing field? And so we're going to get into that. Hey, Jermaine says, glad to be here. I'm glad you are here. We got some men in the house. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. So we're going to get started. But before we do, one more thing. Hey, if you're listening and if you're here for the first time, please subscribe. Hit that subscription button on YouTube and follow me on Facebook. Hit that subscribe button, like it, ring the bell, and share. Share with your friends so they can share with their friends, and then they'll share with their friends, so on and so on. So, you get the point. I know you do. So let's get started. Again, I am in the final installment. This is the final episode, the last episode, not that last episode, the segment. The last series, a 4-part series of Dating After 40. And over the last few weeks, again, we've discovered that it is not a level playing field. It's not a level playing field. It's a little complicated, but it's just a little complicated. So it's really all about perspective, knowing yourself and what you want and what do you want in a relationship. And being honest with yourself about what you want. I think those things are important. So we're just going to, do a recap over what's happened over the last few weeks. We've had some interesting segments, and it's been a lot of fun. So I just want to share a little bit with you. I know that I was talking with someone today, and just my perspective over the last few weeks of what we've been talking about, and just it kind of touches on everything that we've talked about. And I had this conversation with a friend, and in the conversation, I was expressing how there's something I was sharing, and that I wanted to have happen. And she said to me, Laura, I'm not convinced this is what you want. You're not being clear. And I was like, what? I'm not being clear. What do you mean? And so then she gave me an example of a situation in her life that she had to really be clear about and intentional, clear and intentional. And I heard it. I heard her. And with that, the lesson in it for me was then in that moment, I made the choice to be honest, and to be honest with myself and say out loud the reason why I had this fear, or why I was hesitating on being clear. And it wasn't happening. And the reason was because it wasn't happening the way I had envisioned it to happen. Because we have in our heads how we want things to be. And I was just afraid to say that, to really speak on what it was out loud. And then I did it. I said it out loud. And then the fear just kind of went away. It just went out the window. And then it became real, which meant for me to, well, if this is something that you want, then it's about planning it. And again, going back to being intentional, your actions being intentional. So then it made me confront that moment, it made me confront that fear. And then it was about no. And that's how I feel also about relationships. There are moments when it's scary, but there are moments when it's really great. It's really, really great. And so one of my biggest lessons and things that I learned over the last few weeks was about being intentional. And that in order to do that, you got to, one, again, be intentional, keep at it, keep out the relationship, work on it, and then allow yourself to feel and love without being so hard on ourselves. And we are very, very, I think, in conversations that I've had with others, we're very hard on ourselves. So that was my lesson. That was one of the lessons that I got out of the last few weeks. And with that, I wanted to take a moment and just thank everyone that's been a guest on Food Worth Forking in the last 3 weeks. You've been awesome. Thank you for even being vulnerable to be on this platform. And this platform is live. Not only is it, the audio version, but it's a live version. So you're sitting in front of, your computer screen or your phone, and you're, expressing yourself and being real about what's happening in your life or what you see or the things that you aspire. So I just really want to thank everyone who's been on here. So I'm going to go down the list real quick. So Dr. Kamal, thank you. You were awesome. Grantham, Dr. Audrey Smith, those were our two psychologists that were on the show, and they were great. Shelley Nicole, Natalie Guillaume, Marco Silla, I think I'm saying that right, Marco Silla, Daryl Tillman, Dominique, you were awesome. Thank you so much. Kenya Harrison and John Wiley. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. It was great. So I just wanted to see I wanted to kind of check out and see if anyone had any, anything to say. Hey, Iwan, how are you? If anyone had any questions or had any comments about the last few weeks, please put them in the comments and we'll talk about them. But one thing that happened, I put out last week and some posts and just asking for questions or comments that people had so that we could, talk about it on the podcast. And I actually got a couple questions here and I thought they were interesting. And they're from a gentleman, I will not say his name, but from him watching the shows or watching the podcast or listening to the podcast, his questions were, one, first question was, why are women so needy? And I wish that he had elaborated, like kind of gave more, or at least gave an example of what he was talking about. Oh, let me also say, I am not a professional at this. These are all my opinions. This is all like Laura's opinions. Laura's not a professional or anything, but I do have an opinion. But yeah, why are women so needy? And I don't know what that means. And I've heard that before, but I think women could say this. I mean, because it's generic, and women can say the same thing about men, because men can be needy. I don't know. Anyone have any feedback, any comment out there? Yeah, Jason. That's what he said. That is, you see these eyes? Jason put some eyes up here. Yes. Do you have a comment? You want to jump in on this one? Okay, hold on. Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Laura?
What's up? Everybody? Jason Roberts. I thought it was a very, it was a very It's generic, but
It's very generic, but you know, to say women are needy, it's that's too broad of a brush stroke. What is needy? Attentive?
exactly.
Are you not communicating? I've been domesticated for everybody who hasn't known to. I've been married for 7 years now.
Yeah.
So wow, I know, right?
I can't
So
even believe when you say it. I was like, wow,
yeah,
time is flying. Time is flying by. Mhm.
yeah. So I mean, to say women are needy, I don't know. That's it. For me, at least, it comes down to tolerances. What you can tolerate. I know it sounds wild, but it is. If you're willing to be with somebody, it's basically what can you tolerate
Yeah. Well, yeah.
within your space. You know what I
Within
mean?
your yep. Within your realm, your
Yeah.
space, what is your what can you tolerate? What is
That-
that?
that's-
Expound. Can you want to give an example?
I'm trying to get my brothers out of trouble here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking for all of them. Um, what- I mean, it goes in the realm. If somebody says, all women are crazy, it's not crazy.
Yeah.
It's what your type of crazy is. Yeah, if you
Everybody
know,
got a little crazy,
yeah, everybody has their
but it is
isms.
that does your crazy work with my crazy?
Exactly. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Does your crazy work with my crazy?
Yeah.
Because some of them can be like, the opposites attract, or the polar opposites, and they'll just bounce off each other. This is not going to work for me. And some people are just too afraid to say what doesn't work and what does, and they wait too long to tell the other person.
Yeah, and I
Well,
think and
yeah.
that goes back, well, not goes back to, but that goes into settling. Like you get real kind of comfortable and you're like, I'm just going to coast this out until something better comes along.
Well, I don't think. Well, I can't talk for every dude, but I don't think guys really, wait for something better to come along. They do settle, say, okay, this is what it is right now. I'm getting, you know, a couple of my, base needs taken care of.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
then, yeah, they're not really settling. It's just settling right now. And then if they see something else better, I guess, that's when the dog chasing the bone. It's I don't know. It's different for everybody. I really
It is.
can't speak on everybody,
It
but
is.
I personally don't understand settling.
I don't either. I don't
I
either.
don't. If I'm not happy, I'm just like, why am I here?
Yeah.
And I've been known to bounce. I'm a weird person like that. I don't settle. I can't.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm. I one says, I think it comes down to what you're looking, or excuse me, what you are willing to put up with and what you're willing not to tolerate, and what you're willing not to tolerate. And that is true.
Absolutely.
That's very
That's
true.
exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Accepting somebody's crazy.
Yeah. You're like, what? Hmm. So, and then his other question, and I think this one, and this is a moment, and of course, I think this is from his experience. But he says, "Why is there a different standard if a man is unemployed versus if a woman is unemployed? It's a double standard. So, if a man is unemployed, he's a bum. But if a woman is unemployed, she's working. She's working it out."
That's situational. That hasn't been the case with me. Um, Not to put my business in the street, but I've been in situations where the other person's not employed, or I'm not employed at the time, and you just work it out. Um, I is this during dating? Is that what he's referring to? You're a bum.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't say. But I think. And again, I've heard that before. I've heard, that before, but again, I think it's situation by situation. It depends on who you're with. If you're with someone, if you are a man, like, because we're talking about men, this was questions, a couple questions that a man sent in, and who you're with is calling you a bum.
Why you with him?
Yeah. Why are you with them? But have you been working,
Well,
or how long has it been, and you know what's behind that,
yeah.
what's
You
behind
know,
it?
honestly, that kind of question. I mean,
That's another
I'm
generic.
over 40, so that's kind of crazy for for that to be even in the conversation.
You're right.
I can understand it if I was, in my 20s, my early 20s,
And
I
this is
was running around, you know,
mhm.
and I didn't have a good job. I had a okay job, but I was moonlighting and, traveling and doing all types of craziness. And I mean, it's definitely situational. I don't know.
Yeah. But a point, that's a good point, because the person who um sent these questions in, he is over 40. He is over 40, single. And so your point of, oh, if I'm over 40, what are we talking about? And then if you were in your 20s and you're just trying to figure it out, again, situation, you might hear that then,
You live in
maybe.
a second childhood. I don't know what's going on there. I'll be honest with you,
Yeah,
because if you're gonna top, this goes back to tolerances. If you're gonna tolerate her calling you bum because you're in between jobs, you don't need it. And if she's not working, I mean, it depends on you. Are you stressing it? I mean, what are you working on there? Are you
exactly.
in for something else, or a relationship, or is this a one hitter quitter? Let's be real about it.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Sharon says that is definitely situational. It is, along with all the other crazy stuff,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, those are the only questions that I had, that came in. So I do appreciate those questions, because they're definitely great talking points, and just something to think about. Definitely something to think about. And those are a little, I will say, a little, just kind of, I don't want to call them generic, but
It's a little broad.
broad. Yeah.
It's super broad. It's not specific um to the gentleman that asked those questions. I mean, just look at the situation you're in. If that bothers you, don't need to be with that woman.
No.
It's you're fishing in the wrong pond, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's okay. And I think at this point, it's okay to say no.
yeah, you don't got time for that, man. Come on.
No, and life is short, so it's okay to say no. It's okay to be like, well, it's been real. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to the beach.
Yes, move on. I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna go to the beach. So those are some of the couple of the questions that came in. And I just kind of collected a few tips that I wanted to share with you all. And on this dating journey, and you're out here, if you're dating online or meeting people organically, a few tips. First one is, look for people who are looking for you. Just from my own experience and a few folks that I know, what happens sometimes, again, we have a person in our head that we think he or she is supposed to be. And then we have this list, and we're checking off like this list. And that person that you're stalking is not checking for you. But you are trying to force the situation and trying to figure it out. And, well, maybe if I wait, or maybe if I cut my hair off because he likes short hair, or if I do this. No, don't turn away from those who are looking and checking you out. You just never know. So try it.
That's a good tip. I mean, like Go where you're
And
desirable.
yes, yes. And if you're over 40, like when you hit that 40 number, and if someone is older, like if someone is 50 or if someone is 60, it doesn't mean that, that's the person you're going to marry. It just means that that person is in your pool.
Yeah, it's
And just see, check it out.
yeah.
That's it.
In your top 5. I mean,
That's it. That's it. Chris says, go where you're desirable. Always good advice. Thank you. Just saying. Check it out.
exactly. Why
Um,
why you gonna be another grain of sand in the desert, man?
right. Waste of time. You wasted
Exactly.
time. 2, focus on your core values that you share with your ideal partner. Make sure you ask those hard questions. And I think we talked about that in one of the episodes. You got to ask questions. And now just ask them up front before you even start getting involved or wasting a lot of time. Ask the questions.
Yeah, you should be at a point, in your life where those hard questions are not really hard to ask anymore because, you've lived it already. So, it's just, getting it on the table. Like, okay, do you sell drugs?
You're right.
Or, something crazy. You have to get the crazy stuff out first.
Ask.
That was a little exaggerating, but you understand me.
No, because you might because you didn't ask, you find out later.
Yeah, some people have a don't ask, don't tell policy. I mean,
yeah, it's like, but no, you ask. So if you find out she might be selling drugs, you're like, you know what?
Yeah, you can find some weird stuff out if you don't ask questions.
It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I can't do it. Oh, my stomach. Be persistent. Be persistent about what you want. I guess I think with being persistent is also be intentional. People, I think, and I've been guilty of this. Online dating, and after 30 days, you're like, I'm over this. It's just too much. It's crazy. I'm done. It's a wrap. I'll see you later. When you kind of have to keep going. You gotta keep going. If you know what you're looking for and what you want to do, you gotta get past the frogs. You gotta get past the frogs. Sometimes that takes a while, but you gotta get past the frogs. And next is get out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Try something new. Try something different. Try it. You just might like it.
That is just great advice. You can't learn anything if you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, or you can't, grow if you're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Just get out of your way.
Mm-hmm.
So, those are all my little tips, a few tips. But I do want to share a few of my favorite and informative moments over the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to start with a moment we had, and this was like after show. This was like the afterbites moment of the podcast. And this was the first part 1. And we went on, we could probably talk for a couple of hours, but we had such a great time and such a great conversation. So I want to share this moment. You guys, if you didn't see this is the after show moment of Food Worth Forking, part 1.
To Black authors, but most people I know that only read Black authors and read a lot of hood stuff is dudes that was locked up because they passed the same books around. But he told me he had never been to prison and that he was in a book club. Now, this is just in my experience. I'm a hood.
But I'm just saying, but it makes sense. I didn't know that. Go ahead. That's just, I need to know this stuff when I'm out here. I'm like,
mind you, they'll talk to you like they're real well read, but you don't know they was reading while they was locked up.
Yeah.
So you gotta ask questions.
Wow. This is good information.
So we have been talking, and I really thought, I don't know why I just thought it was cute that we had a lot of books in common. So we had been chit-chatting by like day 5. He was like, why don't we meet and go out to eat? So we met at Old Bag of Nails. I knew as soon as I seen him, I'm like, it's a trap. It was just one of those, it wasn't the right energy. Like it was never gonna work. But I was nice. I didn't turn around and leave. I still sat down. We still talked. And it was one of them just stare in your eyes the whole time. I'm like, let me go to the bathroom. He needed to breathe a little bit. So while I'm in there, I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. I'm not gonna be rude. He's nice. He was super corny, y'all. I am just too hood for corny. I'm just too hood for corny. I'm sorry. So we talking, and I was like, what do you know about couponing? Because I don't know that I had told him yet that I was a couponer. And he was like, what do you mean? And I said, well, have you ever watched the show Extreme Coupon? And he was like, I mean, I heard of it before. You know, when people be stockpiling stuff. And I was like, well, I'm a couponer. And he was like, really? So I started showing him pictures of like my stockpile. And he was like all excited. Well, I had been thinking the moment I realized this date was not going to work. I lived on the north side. I realized I'm right up the street from Kroger on Alum Creek. They got a deal going right now. I wonder if I could talk to this guy and go to the store, right?
I gotta go get the vegetables real quick.
Not only did I cut the date short, I took him to Kroger. I always have my coupons on me. Took him to Kroger, pulled out the thing, gave him a couple of lessons. Like, look, first of all, you want to check the 5 for $5. You're going to get $1 off. Then you use this coupon. Like, I'm breaking it all the way down. I get high off a coupon. It don't matter what I'm getting. You know, anything that's close to free, I get my high on. But it was some deals that I wanted. So I showed him how to coupon, get all stuff. He's standing there amazed. And I was like, you know, this is a really great date. I want to give you this, you know, the stuff that we got while I was couponing. It was like some milk and cereal and some stuff like that. I don't need that. I had like 100 boxes of cereal. You know, I was trying to get something else that was a part of it. It was like some body wash or something I was trying to get. And I was like, I'm going to keep this. It was really nice meeting you. I just want to give you that. And, you know, just have a good evening. And he was like, did we really just end our date couponing and this is it? Like, I'm not going to see you anymore. And I was just like, you know, at least I taught you how to coupon though. You know, and if you have any questions, you can call me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like one of them.
You didn't. You did not. You did not. You didn't say, no. You didn't say you can call me if you have any questions.
If you got questions about couponing, because I'm for real about that.
No.
Like, I will teach you how to coupon.
Oh, that's cold.
Part is
that's cold.
You know, public service. I mean,
wow.
Life lessons, Laura. Life lessons.
I will tell you this. That was the date that I went on that I came up with the 48-hour window. We're not talking for a week about a bunch of stuff we got in common, because if you don't have chemistry, we're wasting time. You cannot fake chemistry. You can't fake him. It don't matter if y'all read 20 of the same books, went to the same church, y'all cousins played football together. None of that matters if you don't have chemistry. Nothing. None of that matters.
That's true. But coupon, you told him to call me for the coupon.
I can't believe if you got some questions about coupon, and I kind of think that was kind of what finalized it. He was like,
you don't know, maybe
I know. You might say questions about coupon. Can I call you?
You know what though?
I
off the chain.
Dominique Shannon is awesome. Great stories. If you haven't seen or watched the first part 1 of the series Dating After 40, go check it out. Go watch 1, 2, and 3, but 1. We just had such a great time. And then rewatching it now, like, again, those are those, you know, those moments, those jewels, those gems. Like, yeah, if there's no chemistry, why drag this out, or why talk for a long time and you go back and forth, and then, you know, it's been 2 months, 3 months, and then you're like, oh, when, you know.
I love how her out was just to go couponing.
Listen, I love it. And the thing is, she is serious.
Yeah.
About it. She's serious about her coupons. And I love it. I was like, what? Yes, hilarious. Not the cereal and milk parting gift. because that's what she did. She was like, "Here you go. Thank you so much."
She got double points that day.
Yeah. So we got a man in the house. He said, Jermaine says, don't be afraid to go to dating websites. Yes. This is where I met my wife. Think of it as a business. You have to market yourself. People do everything online now. Everything. And they do everything.
It's true.
It's very true. Oh, good points. Look at y'all out there coming through. All right. All right, foodie tribe. So, okay, so another one that I had, I don't have like a video of the guys, but they had some good points and some good things. So let's take a listen to what they had to say on this journey over the last 4 weeks.
I was truly content, with me, and if somebody came along at let's say, what was I, about 40, in my late 40s or so?
Yeah.
And if somebody came along, fine, but got to the point where I was really content. But, I had always told myself if I did get married, these are the qualities that I want. Just the qualities I expressed a little earlier. That person that can be, on my team. That person I can trust. That person that, I can be on their team. That person that we can just kind of grow together. And then I would do it. But I really wasn't looking. So I didn't have a list. I really wasn't looking for anything. I really wasn't looking at all. She disappeared. And, the one of the most wonderful things that she said that made me just kind of go, wow, was we were sitting down with some friends just hanging out, and one of our friends, he looked at her, he said, so how'd you guys meet? And she told him, and then he said, oh, okay, so he saw you and he couldn't live without you. And she turned and looked at him and said, no, I couldn't live without him.
Oh, nice.
And I said, oh. I said, so that right there shows me that this is a woman who's down for.
Right?
Yeah, man, that's dope.
Yeah. And so it just, I think it was that moment of like, yeah, it's he or she is out there for you. Again, you have to put the work in, but no. And I think you'll know when that moment is like, yeah, that's the person, or this is the person. This is the person for me. So yeah. And so one more. This is a short one here.
Kamal may be able to contest to that, but I'm not a shy guy. I'll approach faster than the best of them. But I find that depending on the website and the online dating, some websites allow for more disclosure of who you are. Others is just pictures and here's a smile. And I tried to, and it's nice. It's almost flattering. It's not flattering as it used to be, but it's almost flattering now for somebody to select your picture and say, hey, nice profile. But definitely that they're just looking at the picture. A lot of people don't look at the profiles, and a lot of people are superficial.
And I think that can be true too. A lot of people, you go through and you're like, oh, cute. Oh, cute. Oh, cute. But if you're serious, you're going to read it, and it's a weed out. It's a weed out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
insight.
Right? And we're going to come back. We're going to do some other topics on dating and love. And dating is not just it's for single people, but it's also dating and being in a relationship, dating and being married, and creating that time intentionally to spend together. Because I think we all get caught up in life, and life happens, and then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, you live here? Oh, hey, how you doing?
Like I said, 7 years it seems like a long time, but it's not a long time if you're dating the entire time.
Yeah, you better come through with a word. Okay. I caught it because I was going to say, oh, okay. I was like, oh, wait. I paused. I was like, oh, yeah. Yes.
You got to make the time. You have to.
Time. Absolutely. Got to make the time. All right. So we're going to get on it. So that is that's kind of the wrap up from the last few weeks. I hope you all have enjoyed it, and we are going to move in. I know, Christopher. Okay, Dr.
Woo.
Roberts. You know, he came through. I was like, well, all right, Jason. I was about to keep going. And then I was like, oh, wait, let me stop. I heard you.
Am I gonna get some points tonight? Oh,
you got some points. Yes. You got some points. So, all right. So we are going to get on into it some more and get in this in between the bites moment. Jason, you gonna hang? You here now?
Yeah, I'll hang. Oh, there she go.
Nancy is Jason's wife. You did, girl. Yes, I see you. Huh. We are going to go ahead and get into this next segment here, and it is in between the bites, right? Right. So, also, this is kind of ending Black History Month, and this is something that I found that I thought was really cool, a really cool story. So I wanted to share with you all about this young man. He's 29 years old and he's a farmer. And so there's a talk about his story. His name is Kamal Bell. So there is a bill that could help Black farmers reclaim millions of acres, which is a step in the right direction. This new bill could change the trajectory of farming legacies. Today, most rural land in the United States is owned by white people. But now, finally, a new piece of legislation could help African Americans reclaim some of that acreage. Right? The Justice for Black Farmers Act, introduced late last year by Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey, this would allow Black farmers to reclaim up to 160 acres each at no charge through a Department of Agricultural Systems of Land grants. Kamal Bell, a 29-year-old farmer in Durham, North Carolina, said that such legislation is just the beginning of efforts necessary for certain farmers to become sustainable and generate revenue. Bell is the CEO of Sankofa Farms. Sorry, guys, Sankofa Farms, a family farm that he purchased while saving up money in college. It aims to serve as a sustainable food source in urban communities, particularly so-called food deserts with few available options for fresh produce. So, I just want to give it up for this young man who's out here making a difference in farming. And in his organization and what he's doing, he is also teaching, like in this photo, these are the young men that work with him, that he mentors and works with in the programming on the farm. And I think that's huge because we don't, he's making a difference in our community. And it's just something that we don't talk about much, or you don't hear about.
You don't think about it.
And you don't think about farming. And we are out here farming. And then to see the percentage and where we are in it. And for someone to be so young, and this is what he wants to do, and this is a passion of his, and he's moving in that direction and making a shift and a change. And listen, these Black farmers with possibility of getting 160 acres, that's amazing. That is amazing. So
I wish I knew how to farm.
Right? I don't. I'll just be like, can you
Yeah, I got a brown thumb.
Can you get any of those vegetables? But hats off to him. That's a wonderful thing. A wonderful, wonderful thing.
Good job, young man.
Right. So we're gonna switch. Still, we're about this in between the bite moment, or I'm in this space. There's a story that I found that again, and this is about dating. So we're kind of this is what the episode is about anyway, dating. But This is why I'm confused most of the time, people. I'm confused. And these are grown folks. He's not like 19, 20. But I'm going to show you this brother right here. This man. Hold on. Right.
Hey, he kind of look like homeboy.
Oh, he does. And I can't think of his name from Green Mile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He passed away a while ago. But yes, he is. He does kind of look like him. But he is not him. No. He's a character. So this Florida man who's 48 years old steals fiance's ring to give to propose to another woman after meeting them both on OkCupid before both dump him and report him to the cops.
Wait, what?
Exactly. I didn't get it at first, but what has happened? It says a convicted felon from Florida is wanted for theft after he allegedly stole a diamond engagement ring from his fiancée to propose to a second woman after meeting both of them on the same dating website, OkCupid, using two fake identities. His name is Joseph Davis. Joseph Davis, this is allegedly, Joseph Davis is 48. He is wanted on a felony charge for reportedly stealing around $6,270 worth of jewelry from his girlfriend in Orange County, including the ring he gave her when he proposed to her, and a ring that belongs to her grandmother.
Oh, man. He went all in.
I am like, so hold on.
So wait, he had a separate profile for when he met the other
woman?
Had
two profiles. Two. Let me get this right. Can you see that? Yeah, two. He had two profiles. He was with one woman that he proposed to. But when I read the story, then I was like, well, how is he proposing to you?
He still got on
and he is proposing to you with your grandmother's ring?
That is wild.
So you gave him, see, these are the problems that are out in the world. That's why I'm like, I'm good. I am okay. Let me tell you how okay I am. I am okay because you proposed to me with my grandmother's ring. And I'm like, I can put her ring on. It's cool until you do whatever. I guess that's what we're going to say. Then you have a whole nother profile on the same site and meet someone else. He met another woman. So you're with the one woman because you said, will you marry me, Jane? Yes, I will. Here's my grandmother's ring. Oh, thank you. Right? So Jane is at home shining her grandmother's ring, thinking she maybe is going to get another one, maybe not. But whatever the situation, Jane's at home with her ring.
Oh, my God.
Homeboy, wait, let me get his name again. I want to get it right. Joseph out here. Wow. So then Joseph says, okay, well, I don't know, Jane. I don't know about this. So Joseph goes and meets another woman. And it's like, ooh, wee baby, you the one. So then he takes whatever happens to Jane and Joseph, who knows, but he has now disappeared, took the ring, grandma's ring from Jane.
Went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
There you go. And now he Darla over here. He done gave grandma's ring to Darla. And
that is just wrong.
He got caught and disappeared with all of Jane's jewelry, grandma's ring.
Wait, he's still on the lam? They haven't found him yet?
Mm-mm.
He in the woods somewhere.
Mm-mm. But I'm like, Joseph, $6,000?
Yeah, he could have.
$6,000, Joseph?
6 G's?
Well, $6,270, Joseph?
I'm gonna shut up because this doesn't make any sense.
What? There it is. Why is he so needy though?
I don't think that's needy. That's greedy.
It-
That's greedy.
Shameful. All that. That's right. Damn, Joe. Joe's out here acting up. And I'm like, who does that? And I did. Darla, that was the first name that came to my head. I was like, who could it be? I ain't going to use my name. Darla? Yeah, that sounds right. They're, But I'm like, who does
Everglades somewhere with them rings,
He is somewhere with grandma's ring. She's trying to find him.
Melted him down, made like gold teeth out of him.
He probably does have a fiance number 3 somewhere. Oh. Yes, he probably does. But I'm like, what in the world? So that's why we have to be clear and we got to ask questions, because that just sounds like questions were not asked. That sounds like a bunch of questions were not asked.
You know nothing of this man.
You don't know him at all.
Nope.
You don't know him at all. Married. You barely know his name, clearly. Clearly, because you don't know where he could be hiding out. Joseph would be found if he stole my grandmother's ring. Know that.
Oh, let me tell you something. We ain't got.
He would be found. He already wanted. He was wanted before. Then he was wanted before.
No. He had priors?
Yeah. Wait. Yes. He was wanted for felony charges, some other charges prior to these charges. I can't with Joseph, but okay. But I'm just saying, this is what's happening.
Ask the questions.
Ask the questions. Ask the questions.
You must.
Because you're going to be out here looking for grandma's ring and mad about it.
Gators.
About it. Yes. Yeah, and he's probably visible. He's probably somewhere visible.
You can't miss that brother. You seen that dude? You can't miss him.
Listen, they are still looking for him. It says anyone with any information about Davis's whereabouts is asked to contact the sheriff's office. I can't. I was like, I didn't even read that part earlier. I was like, oh, and as I scroll down, and he is wanted.
Oh boy. Wanted. Run, Joe, run.
He has priors in North Carolina, and Oregon. Okay.
Two states you gotta look for. Well, he might not be in there, but he might just go back to North Carolina.
I can't. Close. I cannot. But there we have. See, questions. So as we ask questions, and now we're going to get into some delicious bites. And this week with my delicious bites moment, I don't really have a delicious bite moment per se, but I do have a moment about food that I discovered that is an absolute no-no. And that really is, it's a problem. And I think people are creating videos to just be seen, because this video is a delicious bite no-no. I was so annoyed when I saw this and I was like, who does this? Like, really, who does this?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Let me tell you.
Oh.
She is,
I
guess let's say she's making a pot of soup. And instead of her cutting the carrots up, she's using her teeth and biting off pieces of carrots and putting them in the pot to prepare for whatever she's cooking.
I've never eaten there.
I would never. And the problem now, it has scarred me. There's a couple other things I think we've talked about food and stuff, but that scarred me. And it's really, it's making me very apprehensive about eating it. Folk at people's homes, because what are we doing to prepare food? I'll tell you what I won't be doing is eating at another potluck, I think at a work function or anywhere like that, because I'm telling you what,
work functions are absolute no. I don't eat with nobody I work with. Nope.
I was like, is she doing that for real? And he's like, what are you doing? You could be in my home, and I don't know if I would eat that.
He's asking what I would have flipped that pot. I'm serious. I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
Go
Yes.
get a knife.
That's right. The end of potlucks, you are correct, because it's over. It's a wrap. And yes, she is. Chris says she's nasty for that. She is nasty, Chris.
Oh. And then she's going to give it to somebody to eat.
Yes. Unwashed. It is. It's awful.
I'm glad you said Diet Shasta. I kind of like regular Shasta.
Oh, I see the Diet Shasta.
Yes.
Yes, there are curse words for that. And actually, that you might hurt somebody. Like you might actually like.
Ew.
Maybe.
But why? That's like that reminds me of what's that actress that did like she birded her children. Was it Reese Witherspoon? She actually chewed up her food and birded it to her. Yeah.
Why? Just mash it up.
I know she would chew it for them, and bird
I
it
don't
to
know.
them.
I've seen that before though, but like a whole meal. I mean, I will say I have seen it. A parent kind of like mush up something for a child and say, "Here."
That's different.
A little bit, but a whole meal or something.
A whole meal. You don't bird a whole meal.
Okay, I didn't even know there was a word for it. So see, I don't know.
Well, I call it birding because that's what they do.
Oh, it was
Alicia Silverstone. My bad. I always
thank you.
My bad.
And the fact that that's gross, and she clearly it was a thing. I missed it because people know your name. That's what you out here doing.
Yeah,
that's wrong. But she was wrong for that. Listen, I can't. So with all that being said, we went from that was kind of gross, but we're gonna get into some good stuff with some smash or pass.
Yay!
Here we go.
Yay.
Smash. Are you about to smash or are you about to pass? So let's get into it this evening. Yeah. Let's go. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. What is this? Bam.
What is that?
You really want to
know? I see broccoli, and I mess with broccoli.
Okay.
It looks like some.
All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It is a broccoli hot dog.
Oh, come on, man.
Broccoli hot dog. It's broccoli stem and a hot dog bun with all the regular fixings.
No.
It tastes and has the consistency of a hot dog.
It don't. I'm sorry. Continue.
Instead of using tofu, I guess, or soy or meatless soy, they said, we're going to do it like this, and we're going to do a broccoli hot dog.
No, don't. It does.
Verna says it looks like grass and weeds. I mean, it does.
I like veggies, but this is doing too much.
Yeah, it is doing the most. It's doing the most.
I pass. That's a pass.
Pass. Okay.
Yeah, I'll pass on it.
All right, we're gonna pass.
I mean, I'm not. I'll take a bite of it, but I know I'm not finishing both broccoli dogs.
No broccoli dogs. All right, next one. We are getting into this one.
Oh,
this one kind of looks yummy. I'm like, I don't know.
What is that looks good. Kind of good. Yeah.
Okay, so this is salted caramel chicken fingers.
Ooh.
Maybe. I don't know about the caramel. I'm a little like, do I want that? But I probably would try it. It has little pretzel sticks going across. It's coated and it's coated in pretzel, crushed pretzel. So it's chicken strips coated in crushed pretzel, dipped in salted caramel, and sprinkled with salt.
See, it's a salty, sweet thing going.
Yeah.
I can do that. I mean, I can't have too many. I'll take one.
Right.
That's an appetizer.
No.
Gotta be, but yeah, I'll smash it.
Yep. I once said she smashed too. She was like, I'm about it. Smash. Furnace pass. No. You be passing, girl. You be passing.
Don't worry, Verna. I'm gonna get you to try it.
All my stuff should be passing. Well, I'll be passing too, though. But okay.
Come on, you have to try it. Caramel, salted caramel is delicious. That on
it's
chicken.
true. That's
Think
true.
about
Maybe it might not be so bad. It may
Think
not
about
be.
it. You know, chicken and waffles. You know, the syrup always gets on the fried chicken, so it
It
might
does.
be a thing. It might be a thing.
It might be a thing. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. This
Uh,
looks interesting.
yeah.
It's a shot.
Yeah. Okay, I'll drink it.
Hold on, though. Hold on.
Here we
Hold
go.
on. It's a peanut butter and jelly shot. So it's sweet and salty cocktail combining homemade peanut butter vodka and real jelly.
Ooh.
You know what?
With it.
I would try it.
Yeah.
I would try it. So
That sounds great for parties, man.
yeah. The thing and because I'm like, how I want to know what peanut butter vodka tastes like. Like,
Where
I
do you
don't know.
find that?
Yeah, but it's homemade. It says homemade. So, and here we go. She's like, no. The answer is no.
Come on, Verna.
I know. It's a little. All right, we have one more. We got one more for the evening. This one might knock you off your feet because I was like, I don't know. This is wasabi chili martini.
Ooh.
That just sounds like that's just too spicy to me. I mean, that's just way too much. So it's vodka, lemon juice, simple syrup, and a dash of wasabi paste.
That's interesting.
It is.
Because I like wasabi. I'd be curious how fast you drink this thing. Wasabi, it hits your nose different.
I'm like, okay. Let's see here. Verna, if you drank, you would smash. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I think Verna, you like wasabi, so you would definitely smash. Okay. I said I would try it. Okay. Raina is out here saying I'll definitely try the wasabi. Yeah, y'all. I might have to let y'all have the wasabi though. I really might have to let y'all have it. Pat. Yes, Nancy. Yes, I kind of feel that. Yes, because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I would do it. Wasabi. No, sounds elegant, but it seems like you gotta sip it slow.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
Okay, Chris.
You're not going to be knocking these back. You're going to have one.
No.
And it's probably at the end of the night when, nothing else will give you bubble guts.
Yeah, this would probably be water by the time the evening ends with me because I'd be like, this is too hot. This is too hot. I can't take it.
Yeah, you can't start with this cocktail. You got to end the night with this cocktail.
Yeah, you right about that because I'd be like, what in the world?
Yep.
Nothing's
following this.
What is going on? I cannot. But okay. All right.
Well,
come on, Jason. You did.
Yes, I did.
You guys took hot mustard shots, and for me, that's gross. I don't even know how y'all did that, but I do remember that one day. Yeah, no.
Just do it. You just do it, Laura. You just do it. Knock it back.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Yikes.
I don't know. The lining of my stomach has been worked. So
it's like I don't know. You better be, but that might be need that may need to be towards the end of the night as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. End of the night.
That might need
night. I mean, not saying I won't do it. End of the night.
Yeah, well, Sharon
Sharon, I'll do it.
Just do it.
Just at the end of the night.
There it is. There it is. All right. So we're getting into our last segment, which is what? Sensual food fact.
Let's do it.
Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Watermelon watermelon. So, gentlemen, did you know that watermelon is a natural Viagra? Don't know if you knew that, but now you know. Although it's 92% water, the other 8% converts into an amino acid that relaxes the blood vessels and improves blood flow to the erectile tissue, which increases arousal. Besides conjuring up sexy memories of summer flings gone by, watermelon is also high in, I think it's called citrulline. Yes, citrulline. And Dr. Hope says this increases the amount of nitric acid in the body, which in turn increases blood flow, but I can't even talk tonight. Blood vessel relaxation and sexual arousal. That is food worth forking. I think so.
Huh. Watermelon, huh?
Watermelon.
Explains a lot.
Watermelon.
I remember what barbecue I made a watermelon with, the vodka infused watermelon, and everybody started disappearing after a while.
Well, see, they didn't even know. They probably didn't even know. They didn't even know. They were like, but right now, though, but right now, but they didn't know. Yes. Let's see. Can it be the same for women? You know what? I don't know. I knew it came up a couple of times. My little research I did, it came up for men. But Sharon, I got you because we're gonna get some
To the bottom of this.
facts for women. What'd you say?
Get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Find out about it. And there you have it. Well, listen up, people. We have come. I would sing the song, but I have a little frog in my throat. We've come to the end of the road, the end of the episode, the end of the show. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for being here. So, one, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, hit the bell, like the episodes, and please subscribe. And you can, hey, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Food Worth Working. And, that's it. I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Continue to support. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And listen, until we eat again, make it food worth forking. Have a great night.
Take care.